Are you getting ready to trash your relationship because you can't communicate well with this person? Why? You can learn how to communicate well as a couple. You really can. Lately, in my travels, I've heard several times, well, I'm just dating the person. What does it matter? It matters because I guess it just depends on your intention. Are you dating just to date? All right, well, I guess people are disposable to you. But if not, if you're looking for the long term, if you're dating for the long term, you want to live with someone for the long term, if you want to be married for the long term and you want a magnificent relationship, because let's face it, none of us go in thinking we want a crap relationship for the rest of our lives. There's no trophy for that, right? We have to know how to communicate. We have to spend the time, Look, when we learn how to play golf, basketball, learn to sing, play guitar, whatever it may be, typically we always get a coach. We always have to learn more about it to get really good at it. And we need to practice, right? It's the same thing with communication. And in communication, the most important aspect of it is being able to listen. So that's what this video is about. Let's listen. Let's learn to listen. Doesn't it sound so simple? I listen. Do you though? I know I didn't. I started assuming things, or I couldn't wait to tell my point of view a lot of the time. I would assume things in my mind, and I'm not crazy, and then hold it against my husband before I asked him to clarify something. I'll give you an example. I got my haircut, I walk in, my husband's looking at something, busy, and he looks at me and goes, "Oh, you got a haircut?" and moves on. Now, yeah, I did. And in my mind, and is that all you have to say about it? I could go down this little imaginary thing of, well, he thinks it's ugly. He doesn't care. He doesn't find me as attractive as he used to, et cetera, et cetera. Simple thing, right? No, and we're busy. Could have tagged out on that. But instead, it's important to say, hey, when you have a moment, I really want to clarify what you said. That's all. And then you sit down and both of you need to listen. So spouse is looking at you like, clarify, your intended other, whatever. Clarify what? Well, you said, you didn't say anything about my haircut. There was no descriptors in your response. And I'm wondering, did you not like my haircut? Is it something that needs to be changed, or do you like it and just didn't mention that? Oh, yeah, I was distracted. Oh, you're distracted? Yeah, I was distracted. No, it looks really nice. Would you tell me if it looked like crap? Yep, I probably wouldn't use that word, but yeah, I would tell you. Very simple, right? But we do that with bigger things where we'll assume and we'll hold against, and we haven't even clarified or slowed down long enough to listen. It's called active listening. It's scientifically proven that when someone feels heard, they feel loved. So we need to get really good at this, really removing distractions and spending the time to listen and not assume anything. And for the person to know that you're listening. And we can do that best by repeating back what they said. Oh, so what I heard you say is, you want to know if you're pretty? I want to know if you think this haircut is pretty on me. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I really do think so. Simple, right? Very simple, but so complex because of the effect it has on us, right? When we don't do this. Because over time, we can develop like that bitterness and everything where we don't even care anymore. And if we're not feeling heard in our relationship, we can even start yelling so that we are heard. We'll start crossing over and talking. And we may not even respect our person anymore enough to give them the time of day anymore. I mean, it's amazing how fast all that happens. The seasons, right? And there's no trophy for a crappy relationship. There's no like job well done for a crappy relationship, even if it lasted really long. And I want us all to have magnificent relationships. I don't want to have happen, what happened to me back in the day. being told there's no hope for your relationship or your marriage because you can't communicate. Come on. If you find yourself in a place where you want to learn more about communication, get a relationship coach. I'm biased. I am a relationship coach. Not everybody needs a therapist, and I know full well when to refer someone to a therapist. To have magnificent relationships, I find that the majority of people just need the wisdom. Be on the lookout now for a conflict resolution video that will be coming pretty soon, because being able to effectively communicate with each other and resolve conflict, unstoppable couple. And I want you to feel like you have a magnificent relationship that you can be proud of.